Welcome back to the latest update on the Lakers, where we bring you the freshest and most exciting sports news every day. Today, there is much to discuss, especially regarding the team's new offensive strategy, featuring the intriguing combination of Luka Doncic, LeBron James, and Austin Reaves. This trio is starting to draw significant attention, but is it too early to celebrate? Are we witnessing the emergence of something truly extraordinary? Or are we merely catching a brief glimpse of something that may dissipate soon? Stay tuned, as current events could dramatically impact the direction of the Lakers season and potentially even the years to come. To understand the current situation, let's take a step back. When many high-level talents come together, expectations tend to skyrocket, often reaching unrealistic levels. Fans expect immediate results. The front office aims for championships, and the media seeks drama, narratives, and at the very least, captivating storylines to cover. This isn't a new story. We've seen it unfold many times before. Super teams emerge, and while the potential is immense, the chemistry often lacks from the start. In some cases, it never forms. Look around the league. The Suns, for instance, attempted to form a powerful trio with Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and Bradley Beal, but they faced injuries, inconsistency, and major disappointment. Reflecting on the Lakers' journey, it's easy to recall the attempt to combine the talents of Russell Westbrook, LeBron, and Anthony Davis. On paper, this trio looked unbeatable, but the on-court results didn't meet expectations. Even Miami's famous Big Three of LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh faced a tough season and a painful finals defeat before they truly found their rhythm. This is part of the process. Therefore, when analyzing the Lakers' current challenge of integrating Luka Doncic's talent, LeBron's leadership and basketball IQ, and Austin Reaves' growing versatility, it's not surprising that it took time for their potential to become apparent. Are they truly in sync? This is part of the journey. Discussing the Lakers' efforts to combine Luka Doncic's exceptional talent, LeBron's leadership, and Austin Reaves' emerging versatility, it shouldn't be unexpected that it took some time for everything to click. However, what's fascinating is that, in recent games, there's been a noticeable transformation. The numbers confirm this observation, but even for those who aren't experts, the difference is clear through the flow of the game. A pattern is starting to emerge, and a sense of confidence is forming. Could this be the start of something significant? Looking at their last performance, it's clear that they didn't dominate immediately. In the early moments, there were still disjointed moments with awkward spacing and times when it seemed like they were overthinking rather than playing instinctively. However, once they found their rhythm, it was as if a light had switched on. Together, Luka, LeBron, and Reaves scored an impressive total of 92 points, accounting for 92 of the team's 124 points. The production from these three is noteworthy. Luka scored 35 points, and although some of them came in the later stages when the game seemed to slip away, his efficiency stood out with a 51% shooting rate and 40% from three. Austin Reaves, who has been seamlessly adjusting to his role, had one of his best performances alongside the two superstars, scoring 30 points with an impressive 56% shooting, including 6 of 9 from long distance. LeBron also had a solid performance, totaling 27 points on 9 of 17 attempts. Although not flawless, he was effective, especially considering the adjustments he's making at this stage of his career to play alongside two ball-dominant guards. It's easy to get carried away by a standout performance, but there's a larger narrative unfolding. Looking at the numbers over the last 5 games, the improvement is clear. Before this stretch, when Luka, LeBron, and Reaves were on the court together, the Lakers had a negative point differential of about minus 2.5, indicating they were allowing more points when the three played together, which was concerning. The defensive rating was particularly problematic, hovering around 119, while the offense was just average, around 116. However, recently, in the last 5 games, they played together for 122 minutes, a significant sample size. During that period, the group's net rating improved to plus 4.1, a noticeable change. The offense improved, reaching nearly 120 points per 100 possessions. Although the defense is still a work in progress, It showed signs of improvement, reducing about 4 points from the previous evaluation. What sparked this transformation? Was it just improved shooting accuracy, or are we really witnessing tactical adjustments making a significant difference? Reviewing the footage, it's clear it's a bit of both, but the offensive strategies stand out. Initially, the team relied heavily on basic pick-and-roll plays, isolated actions, and alternating possessions. Now, there's a much more defined structure. Two actions have become essential: the horn set and the ram/V screens. In a horn set, it's common to see a ball handler at the top, while others position themselves at the elbows, allowing multiple options: penetration, passing, or a kick-out. What's impressive is the mutual trust they're starting to show. In a recent game, a player didn't just look for his own shot. He organized the play. After drawing a double team, he passed to a teammate who quickly found another player repositioning in the corner for an open three-point shot. This kind of quick decision-making was rare just a month ago. Next, there's the ram action, which consists of a ball screen followed by another off-the-ball screen, aiming to free up shooters or create mismatches. One possession, in particular, stood out, where a player set a screen for another and then moved to the three-point line, while the ball was passed to a teammate who was driving. Instead of forcing a difficult shot, the player patiently drew the defense and passed again to the teammate for a wide-open three. A fluid, unselfish style of basketball. Could this chemistry be developing naturally over time? Undoubtedly. Are there areas for improvement in tactical adjustments? Probably. But regardless, the signs are extremely encouraging. However, there remains one question. Will this hold up against high-level opponents? It's one thing to dominate against mid-tier teams, and another to perform well against playoff defenses that analyze every move and close those small gaps they rely on. Some experts believe the team's new approach could position them as a surprise threat in the postseason, especially if the trio continues to mesh and stay healthy, something that is always a concern. The anticipation is already building. Could we see another deep playoff run, driven not just by stellar performances, but by a true collective offensive force? Is it likely that one of the players will become the X factor, the essential piece that makes everything fall into place? After all, successful teams always need a player who might not be the star in every play, but consistently contributes actions that lead to victories. However, there's an underlying vulnerability, a hidden issue that might reveal itself under pressure. Perhaps there are spacing issues that more skilled opponents can exploit, or defensive weaknesses that a well-prepared opponent can dismantle. These questions make this moment so exciting. The potential is undeniable, but the journey is just beginning. The impact of a player capable of defending multiple positions has been transformative in recent times. Although he hasn't been scoring many points, his defensive presence allows the team to switch, press, and recover without being thrown off by faster players or bigger forwards. The versatility of this player has allowed the team to adopt a more aggressive approach in their defensive strategies. Another often overlooked aspect is the expanded spacing on offense. With the emergence of a reliable three-point shooter and another player drawing the defense's attention, there have been impressive opportunities for a third player. We're seeing classic plays being reimagined, with aggressive drives to the basket resulting in explosive finishes or inventive plays. When the paint isn't crowded, this player becomes one of the hardest to stop forces in the league. Additionally, it's crucial to consider the impact of confidence. When a team truly believes in its strategy, that belief becomes palpable. They've shown a clear reduction in hesitation, playing instinctively, moving without the ball, and believing that the right play will unfold. This synergy emerges when players trust the system and each other, something that, frankly, seemed uncertain earlier in the season. A particularly impressive aspect has been how one player has taken on a leadership role, respecting his teammates' space. It's a delicate balance. This player is naturally dominant with the ball, but he's found ways to make his presence felt without disrupting the flow of the game. There's clear mutual respect between them, and this shared consideration has contributed to creating a positive atmosphere for the whole team. Additionally, credit must be given to the coaching staff, who have worked hard behind the scenes to implement adjustments that leverage the strengths of their standout players. They've utilized more movement and off-ball actions instead of relying solely on natural talent. It's been exciting to see how this coaching staff has adapted throughout the season and delivered tangible results from these changes. Injuries, of course, remain a constant concern. The medical staff has been effective in managing minutes and workloads recently, especially with the two main players. However, an injured ankle or a strained thigh could undo this progress. We hope that luck continues to be on their side, as staying healthy could become the most crucial factor as the season progresses. Additionally, it's important to note how playoff experience could impact this dynamic. One player has lived through several successful campaigns, while another is undoubtedly one of the most experienced players in the league's history. Even a third has had the opportunity to experience high-stakes moments last season. This group will surely not be intimidated. If anything, the pressure may bring out even better performances from them. Experience plays a central role in this scenario. One player has been through multiple standout seasons, while another is undoubtedly one of the most experienced in the league. Even a third player had the chance to be involved in high-pressure games last year. This group will likely not be rattled. If anything, the pressure might bring out their best performances. As we look ahead to the upcoming schedule, the team will face significant challenges. Games against strong opponents will be crucial, not only for playoff positioning, but also to assess the team's true standing. It's one thing to dominate rebuilding teams, but it's another entirely to compete against title contenders and keep composure. Another point to keep an eye on is potential trade moves as the trade deadline approaches. Even though the team is performing well, the front office has a history of making roster adjustments if an opportunity arises to strengthen the team. They might be looking for defensive reinforcement or a backup center to support a key player. It wouldn't be surprising if the team made at least one small change to improve its depth as they push for the playoffs. Speaking of this player, it's worth noting why he hasn't received as much attention. This is part of the beauty of the current situation. He's been consistent, excelling in rebounds, defense, and shot blocking, but the offense hasn't been relying exclusively on his points recently. This represents a significant shift from previous years, when it seemed like if he wasn't dominating, the team's chances dwindled. In many ways, it feels like the team is finally building a diversified offensive strategy, which is essential for success in modern basketball. In one game, one player might take on the scoring responsibility. In another, someone else might do the same. And in a third, yet another player could stand out. With a solid defender anchoring the defense, they can adjust to different opponents without needing to reinvent their approach for every game. But what are your thoughts on all this? Are the players truly starting to find their rhythm? Or maybe we're getting a little too optimistic after a winning streak? As a fan, I can't help but feel excited. Watching these athletes finally gel after so many ups and downs is thrilling. Observing the ball movement, the confidence, and the joy they show when playing is truly inspiring. I believe that if they continue to build on this energy, stay healthy, and further improve their defensive communication, they could become a serious challenge when the playoffs arrive. It's incredible to finally see everything coming together after so many highs and lows. Watching the ball move, the confidence between players, and the happiness they demonstrate on the court is truly impressive. There is a strong conviction that if they continue to build on this dynamic, take care of their health, and improve defensive communication, they could become a formidable opponent when the playoffs come. Comments and reflections are always welcome. Appreciation for this content is greatly appreciated, and it's great to be able to share this satisfaction in different ways. Thanks for taking the time to read this material. And anticipation is growing as the coming weeks are expected to bring intriguing developments. The next conversation is eagerly awaited. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, a recent video that has taken the Los Angeles Lakers fanbase by storm shows a heated exchange between Austin Reaves and TRAORE. In the clip, Reaves, visibly frustrated, states, "I can't do this anymore," referring to playing alongside TRAORE. The dramatic tone in his voice has sparked widespread speculation, with fans and analysts alike wondering if this is a sign of deeper issues within the Lakers locker room. Austin Reaves has been a standout for the Lakers, consistently improving and stepping up in key games. Known for his impressive scoring and playmaking, Reaves has become a fan favorite. His performance throughout the 2024 season, highlighted by a series of career highs and a notable triple-double, has cemented his place in the team's core. However, his comment about TRAORE suggests there might be more going on behind the scenes than just basketball. TRAORE, a French forward with a tumultuous journey through Europe's professional leagues, was signed by the Lakers in July 2024 on a two-way contract. Having previously played for clubs like AS Monaco and AD Bois, TRAORE has shown potential but remains largely untested at the NBA level. His time with the Lakers has been limited, and some believe his inconsistency may be causing friction with teammates, especially with a player like Reaves who thrives on chemistry and team cohesion. The tension between the two players raises questions about the Lakers' future. With LeBron James and Anthony Davis already carrying a heavy load, the team can ill afford internal discord. As the video spreads, many are now wondering whether this was just an isolated incident or a sign of something more serious. Could Reaves' frustration signal dissatisfaction with the Lakers' roster moves? Or is this simply a case of a player not finding his rhythm with a new teammate? As the Lakers gear up for the rest of the 2024 season, this controversy adds an unexpected layer to the drama surrounding the team. Fans will be keeping a close eye on how this situation unfolds, whether it's a temporary misunderstanding or the beginning of a bigger shakeup in Los Angeles. The question on everyone's mind now is, will Reaves and TRAORE be able to reconcile their differences, or is this the first crack in the Lakers' championship hopes? Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.